Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, the 21st of July 2025. So when a plus 35% feels weak, froth rises and the market's begging for a breather. You know things are starting to feel a bit frothy when the triple Q's 35% rise since the April lows looks tiny compared to the huge squeeze in the most shorted basket of stocks is up 83% from the same April lows. Yes, the market is very, very frothy, but it continues to make new all-time highs. Stocks flat and bonds bid on dovish Waller as Fed enters blackout. And we look there, Waller continues to push for 25 basis cut in July. Strong UM metrics and inflation expectations fall. Trump pushing for minimum 15 to 20% tariff. That's a bit different than the 30% that he's asked for on all EU goods. Solid US housing data. Greek tanker operators shipping approved. Russian oil exports are expected to continue. So everything's all fine and dandy. Trump eyes executive order to open up retirement funds to crypto. Report. President Trump is committed to restoring prosperity and for everyday Americans and safeguarding their economic future. With cryptos, wow. In their pension funds, it's going to be an interesting one. You'll either make an absolute fortune, not as the case may be. So not something I would want my pension to be in. I don't mind speculating, but I think putting, allowing or exposing pension funds to these, it may be a way of actually destroying people's pensions, to be perfectly honest with you. And economic news, well, we've got nothing today. It's a bit of a quiet week. It's just flash news this week. Bailey will be speaking tomorrow. Powell will be out tomorrow at 1:30 as well, and the Richmond Manufacturing Index. There's nothing major like non-farm payrolls or CPI. They've already been out, so but there are plenty of central bankers out speaking. But we'll look at those each day as they appear. Right, let's have a look at the markets, the continuing all-time highs in the S&P, and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, we see the market down on Friday, but still above the 5-bar moving average. Momentum is still moving to the upside. We've still got the all-time high of 45,077 to take out, but heading in the right direction. Market was quiet until the cash market opened. Then we see a bit of a sell-off there down to the S1 and also the low there, and then the market moving up. Finding a bit of a problem at the DP overnight and the 50 EMA, the market's just moving back there, but still above the 20-bar moving average at the moment. We could have a test of the low, but if we get down to this level, you'd see some buying coming in. And also, we've got the 200 MA in between as well. In the German DAX, the market down for Friday, trading below the 5-bar moving average at the moment, but all other averages in the right order, moving back to the upside. We've got a new all-time high there at 24,644 that was made last week. Last week, week before last. And prices continue to hold at these levels. A bit choppy on Friday once we got to mid-morning. Market moving lower there. It's got a low there. You can expect that to be retested before 7 a.m. and then move back to the upside. The 200 MA there as well is also showing prices below this as well. So a bit of a pressure cooker there on the downside. Expect prices to retest those lows and see what happens when it does get to those lows as well. In the S&P 500, new all-time high for Friday, 6317.9, and 30-minute chart, you can see the market doing this. In the electronic session, cash market, different ball game. Market down to the DP and Thursday's close. Market back up and sitting at the DP there as well. Momentum just switching, trying to the upside there in the 30-minute chart. And in the FT100, the all-time high of 9041 holds there at the moment. Momentum just dropping down a bit. We haven't crossed back to the upside yet, so there's a bit of a consolidation phase going on there in the FT100. Very choppy on Friday, bit of a shakeout there, and then the market trading in a range and has remained that way, with the market being supported by the 200 MA throughout the 30-minute chart and its trading session during Friday. Let's have a look at the US dollar. US dollar is sideways to higher since the threat of firing Powell. The US dollar has remained in a sideways range there. Quick look at the metals from Friday as well. And starting off with silver, we've got the blue stochastic line trying to get back through the red there. Market still above the 5-bar moving average. Still support from last week, and despite the dollar moving around a bit, the silver market managed to hold quite nicely. So I'm expecting the $39.11 area to actually be retested. 30-minute charts, again, we were up in the pre-LBMA price fix, then it came down and stayed down there, but overnight managed to move up slightly and trying to get back above the DP and the close at the moment, and the 50 EMA. The momentum needs to switch on the or in the stochastics with a crossover back to the upside there. Meanwhile, in gold, market remains sideways, but looks poised to actually start to want to break out to the upside as well, getting this ascending triangle formation. So we wouldn't be surprised to see by Christmas this market way above the 3,500. And in the 30-minute chart, you can see on Friday a lot stronger than silver. Bit of a pullback there, but overnight market making some headway there to the upside. So look at the gold-silver ratio. The gold-silver ratio is moving back to the upside. No surprise there, because we just noted that gold is moving quite strongly. So the gold-silver ratio has reached a point of support there, down towards 88, is now becoming sideways. No surprise, drew that blue line in a few weeks ago to say this is an area where we could expect to find some sort of support for this market. Right, let's have a quick look at the trades from Friday in the German DAX 2-minute chart. And on Friday, not a lot happening in the pre-market session, which is the grey area there. You can see that on the chart. And then we kicked off to the upside with a spike. This didn't hold. The volume was quite significant. And then prices pulling back, as you see there, testing the high. And see the buying coming in. The price bar is narrower than the previous one. We've got the green bars there showing the increase in volume, and then prices managing to get back to the 200 MA and then stuck in a range. Market moves higher from there after coming back through the 200 MA and then gets slammed back down to the 200 MA. And again, you can see the buying coming in to try and support the market. We do get an attempt to move back to the upside, which you'll see in a moment. But first, we get a potential sell signal where the stop is hit before the entry price. And then we get a potential buy. The problem we've got is the hammering where the market saw prices move sharply lower there. The trade is filled, and then the selling cake comes back and moves the market back down again through the 200 MA, and then we get into the mid-morning where prices just drift in a range until they come back and test the high and the close. So it took a moment or two to get the market to drift all the way back down to Thursday's DP, and you can see their prices continuing to do that until they bounce back. We then get into the afternoon. We saw the S&P and the Dow, the cash markets, moving to the downside, with the German DAX following suit there and moving back down, so not breaching its high for Thursday. You can see there as well, we tried to move back up just after 4 p.m. Market again filled hit the stop before it filled the order, and then prices moving sideways to higher once more. Let's have a quick look, see where we are overnight, and you can see there we've got a bit of weakness around at the moment. As I said, we're likely to fill that sort of head for the low and hit the low before we see any support coming into the market or attempting to move and head back to the upside there. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's see what today brings, see if there's any surprises like Trump sacking Powell, etc. And just because there's not much on the economic front doesn't mean to say that we won't get something from Trump himself. Right, that's it. Have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.